てないため絶対サービスキープしろこっちかフォロースルーに祝って絶望へのプレリュードを聞けそしてハードスタートは手わかる
Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero and welcome back to Prince of Tennis 2005 Crystal Drive. We're in the Maximum Overkill tournament. This is the semifinals. We're taking on Tachibana, not Anne, but I forgot. I think it's Sakurai? No, that's someone else on his team. It's Tachibana, the older brother. We're in the Maximum Overkill tournament, which is a crazy tournament that allows you to have max gauge here. You can use all the specials you want. It really does not matter, and you can kind of go through it pretty easily, except for the fact that the computer is actually on hard, so that they actually try to go for your attacks, or I should say your hits, when you use your specials, as opposed to before when they were kind of just fucking there. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's doing okay. We're closing in on the 100th episode. I know I keep talking about it, but it's just kind of a big milestone for me. I've never actually thought that this would get up to 100 episodes, or maybe I guess I did. Like I've talked about before. I mean, one of the main reasons we're doing this right now is because I messed up in my charting out how I wanted to do this series, because I essentially taken a look at all of the unlocks that we can do through tournaments and whatnot, and sort of map it out how I wanted to do it per like season and whatnot. And obviously I thought I would be doing this for a very long time because I put in a lot of seasons there. There's the Shiroseki drop shot. I wanted to do that one for a while. But obviously I thought this was going to go on for a bit, because I went all the way up until this is season 5. I went up to season 6. Even though season 6, most of it was kind of blank, so at that point I was like, I don't think I'd make it that far. But at that point, you know, it's already 100-something episodes. So I obviously, you know, would have thought that it would have been nice if I made it this far. But it is a series, you know, that's stuck around for a long time. It's just a weird series, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of playing tennis and talking over it. Not even talking about talking about the series anymore. So I don't know where I am with this game. It's a weird mental place to be in while playing this. But I'm going to try and get through this pretty quickly. I guess it's also weird because not only am I not playing, or sorry, reading or watching Prince of Tennis anymore. Like before, at the very least, I was watching Baby Steps and I was reading the manga for Baby Steps, which if you haven't yet, please go watch Baby Steps, especially if you like Prince of Tennis. It is so much better, in my opinion at least, because I guess it's just because it's more grounded in reality. Just because it's grounded in reality, it makes it a lot more relatable, especially for me, being someone that was trying to play tennis after, you know, outside of school is what I'm trying to say. Because Prince of Tennis sort of focuses on the school aspect of it, where, you know, you're a kid in school and you go to your school's team and whatnot. Whereas Baby Steps is not that. You know, school is a thing, the protagonist goes to school and whatnot, but doesn't play tennis for like his school, which is what a lot of, you know, sports series do. It's usually you being on the sports team for your school, which makes sense. And you have that whole dichotomy of, you know, I'm a high school student, so I gotta do high school student things like, you know, talk to girls or boys, pass my exams, and, you know, do all these other things. But at the same time, I'm also on the whatever team, and I gotta be really good at the whatever team, you know. So I get that, but Baby Steps is not that. I mean, he's still in high school, so you still see some of the school stuff going on, but at the same time, he's kind of like a super nerd, and he's really good at school. So everyone kind of like copies off their like homework and stuff from him. So you don't really have to worry too much about the school stuff, because he's gonna ace all these exams, doesn't really matter. But it was just nice seeing all of the like exterior tennis stuff, where like, you know, he joins the tennis club, which is usually what a lot of people do to play tennis. It's not just through school, and, you know, goes to various little local tournaments and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. It's kind of how I feel about the relationship between Yu-Gi-Oh! And Cardfight Vanguard when it comes to the anime. Because Cardfight Vanguard, the anime is pretty interesting in the way it's structured, because it's structured more realistically, similar to how I just compared Baby Steps to be more realistic, in that they, you know, you're at a card shop, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a card shop, but they spend like maybe 3 episodes there, and like the duelists, they don't really get cards from the card shop, really. They kind of just have cards, you know? Whereas in Cardfight Vanguard, you know, you actually get cards, and like new expansions come out, and you see them, I was like, wow, we can now do this with our cards. Wow, it's not just kind of like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it's kind of like, oh, I'm going to fucking make up my own mechanic right now, you know? And they actually go to like actual tournaments. It's not just, you know, Battle City tournament where if you lose, your dick gets cut off and all this extra extravagant stuff. Like, I like the extra extravagance. I'm not saying that I don't, right? I'm obviously a huge fan of it, but it is nice to see this sort of more realistic side of it. Not to say that Cardfight Vanguard are super realistic. Like, you know, they have their own magical realism or however you want to phrase it in that series as well. It's just, you know, they touch more on like the actual realistic parts of playing a TCG in real life, which I guess, you know, isn't really Yu-Gi-Oh's fault, because not only were they not, when it was first created, it wasn't supposed to be about the card game, but then also maybe that wasn't a thing back in the day, because Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty old, Cardfight Vanguard is a lot newer, so obviously they would know what it's like to be in tournaments and whatnot, and how it is to actually be in a card game. But we're going to easily get through Tachibana here. I'm not going to bother too much against these guys, because I'm just spamming specials against them, so it doesn't really matter. And it's the kind of thing, like, I could play normally, but then they're just going to spam specials on me, so I'm not going to bother. We did manage to get 9 service aces thanks to the twist serve. He got 2 service aces in a row, because we were like paying attention or something like that. But I got a bunch of return aces thanks to my A drive or B drive. I always forget which one it is. I got 33 special shots. Oh dear. Well, in any case, take care of yourself.
Yo 容赦はせん。本気で来い。